Social Media Manager at Lloyds Banking Group. My background is in PR and digital marketing, and I wanted to come here today to take you through, our experience about setting up a business case to use social media and our approach just generally. We're certainly not finished with our social media roadmap, but we've had a very big year in social, and it's really something that's growing and getting more exciting. So here we go. Oh, how do I get... Sorry. Here we go. So we have, at Lloyds Banking Group, we have over 8 million customers that regularly use internet banking. So we have about one person every 10 seconds logging into internet banking, and our customers expect us to be where they are online. And they're on Facebook, they're on YouTube, they're on Twitter, they're in online forums, they're reading blogs, and they're on things like LinkedIn. And the way we know this are all these stats that I'm sure you've heard of. So YouTube's the second biggest search engine. It comes after Google. It handles around 2 billion searches every day. There's 24 hours of video content being uploaded every minute. So, with those stats just on YouTube, it's pretty compelling stuff for a business case. Facebook, on the other hand, we've got 350 million users worldwide. If Facebook was a country, it would be the third biggest country in the world. In the UK alone, we have 30 million users on Facebook. On Twitter, it handles 1.6 billion search queries every day. So if we just take those 3 social media channels alone, the business case is quite, compelling just from those statistics. But people having a conversation is not new. I'm not sure if anyone recognises this picture, but this is a filmmaker, Kevin Smith. And Kevin, a few years back, sent a series of exasperated tweets claiming that he was kicked off a Southwestern Airlines flight for being too fat. Now, Kevin's tweets were picked up by ABC, NBC. Who else were they picked up by? Pretty much all the major, I think the Wall Street Journal and USA Today, but all the major media outlets in the States. Now, Kevin also had 1.8 million Twitter followers, and it's pretty much claimed that Southwestern Airlines share prices dropped as a direct result of this story. So we know at Lloyds that the consumer's voice is very powerful. But to engage in social media requires organisations like Lloyds Banking Group to do things a little bit differently. It requires us to be a little more transparent, to be more flexible, and to be able to respond in these channels at a more rapid pace. And it's not easy because banking is very, very regulated. And there's a lot of press attention already with discussions around bank bonuses, around share prices, around government ownership. So it was pretty clear that we needed a strategy. And our approach to social media has been based around these 3 very simple concepts: to listen, respond, and engage. Before we started, we knew that we had to understand what our customers were saying about us, where they were saying it, and who was saying it. So we went about listening and monitoring the buzz in 2008, and we did that for a good 18 months. And what we found out was that we could get real-time feedback on things that we had done well and things that we had done not so well. And it just provided us with incredible insight into what it was that we needed to be doing. So we realised very rapidly that our customers were talking about us in these social media spaces. So we knew that if they were speaking to us here, that we probably should be responding to them on those spaces. So we went about responding. And we did this by making our website more social and distributing content through things like widgets and PR, and utilising things like YouTube to create and upload content that was around advice and guidance. So So I guess moving on then, we knew it was time for us to start engaging in this very scary space. So we went about encouraging greater interactivity across our digital channels through social media. And we decided to use the three main channels of social media: YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, all the while keeping our .com assets at the heart of these social media strategies. So I just wanted to take you through how we use each channel and our approach, because it differs slightly. They each have different audiences, and our customers were interacting in the different forums in unique ways. So if we take Facebook, we use Facebook as a community engagement tool and for self-service. So all our retail brands now have a Facebook presence, and that includes Bank of Scotland, Halifax, and Lloyds TSB. If we take our Bank of Scotland Facebook page as one example, this was launched in August last year, and it was a multifunctioning page, so we can host several campaigns at one time. And the idea for that is to maximise our community engagement. One of the most successful campaigns we've had on Facebook is our Slice of Scottish Life photography competition. And I wanted to just show you a short clip on the Facebook campaign as a whole. So I'm hoping this works. Yes.
Many thanks to everyone who entered our Slice of Scottish Life photo competition. You sent us thousands of amazing pictures from every region of Scotland. And so far, you've helped us raise over £12,000 for Save the Children. We've seen your slices of Scottish life from the peak of Ben Nevis to the Outer Hebrides, across to the heart of the city. The most photographed region was the Highlands, and the photo with the most comments was by Dion Carley Milligan. And yes, there were kilts, lots and lots of kilts. Some outstanding shots caught the judge's eye, in both the public and in our employees categories. But there could be only one winner for each. So congratulations to Scott Burns-Smith, the public winner, with his photo, An Autumn Dip Highland Style. And Gordon Frew, our employee winner, with his photo, Summer Showers. Thanks again to everyone who helped us capture a slice of Scottish life and raise such a great sum for Save the Children.
Cool, so that was just a short clip on the campaign that we ran on the Bank of Scotland Facebook page. And as you can see, it is just one tool that you can use for community engagement and self-service. The interesting thing about the Bank of Scotland photography competition is that even though the competition part is over and we've donated the funds to charity, it's still receiving loads of photos that are being uploaded every day. So the community is really still using it, and they're still liking it. So it certainly proved very successful for us. Moving on quickly to YouTube. Our approach to YouTube is quite simple. We want to offer advice and guidance through uploading content. If we take our Lloyds TSB YouTube channel, we've had within a year over 350,000 unique video views. So I think this is really opportunity for us to promote self-service to our customers, but also it gives us a business opportunity to enhance our SEO capabilities by tagging keywords in our videos and things like that. And then if we take Twitter, which is actually my baby at Lloyds Banking Group, we use Twitter as a customer service channel, and we were the first UK bank to do so. Basically how it works is that we established an Ask Twitter channel for each of our retail brands, for Lloyds TSB, Halifax and Bank of Scotland, and we invited our customers to ask us questions. So customers tweet in their internet banking queries, and we have a dedicated Twitter engagement team that are there to answer them. So I jotted down some tweets that we received last week. Really simple things like we had a tweet, what documents do I need to open a kid's regular saver account for my granddaughter? Or questions like, if I take out a variable ISA or an online ISA this tax year, can I change it to a fixed ISA later in the year? So really simple questions like this, or if you're traveling abroad and you forgot to tell us and you may have been locked out of your cards or accounts, we can answer these all via Twitter. And our Twitter team sits within the customer service team. So whether or not they get a phone call or a tweet, it's handled in the exact same way. And this is proving so successful for us. These channels have grown completely organically. We've had no external promotion whatsoever. And this was because we needed to monitor, I guess, the popularity of them, and we wanted to make sure that we were resourced enough to handle them. We've started to do some self-promotion on the channels, and as you can see here, we had a little fun on Valentine's Day with our roses are red, violets are blue. If you have any internet banking queries, tweet and we'll get back to you, tweet. And as you can see, with this section down here, we had quite a few retweets on this one, and this is just a quick snapshot of how you can increase, I guess, the positive brand advocacy with simple things like Twitter. So we had one customer here retweet our Valentine's Day special, and they had 542 followers. So their network of 542 followers has seen what our brand is doing on Twitter. So it's a very simple mechanism to grow this organically and promote your brand in a positive light. So there is lots more to say on Twitter, and I'm sure like in tomorrow's session, which focuses on social media, you will get a lot more out of it. But needless to say, we've found that social media in general, so Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, has allowed us to gain invaluable insights into our customer. I guess Twitter is probably the easiest one because it happens so rapidly and it is in real time. It gives us instant feedback on products and services. It's fantastic for, I guess, instantly seeing the sentiment of a customer. Are they feeling positive about something? Are they negative? Is it something they just don't really care about? It's great for troubleshooting. So if there's something wrong with our internet banking services, we're going to find out about it on social media first. And this has provided invaluable for us as a business unit to communicate that back to the relevant teams and fix those problems. And then, of course, communicate back to the customer on the channel that they informed us on as well. So it's that real two-way communications that's been very successful. So I guess as with everything, we needed to come up with a way of how we measure the success of our social media approaches. To do this, we use the metrics available to us across each of the channels, and we also have external agency support that assists us with this process. So we get daily, weekly, and monthly reports that calculate our customer sentiment. It tells us of any trends that are emerging, and of course, the customer experience. So things like NPS and I guess the customer journey through contacting us through a social media channel and how we, I guess, deliver and exceed their expectations in that journey. The metrics show us things like followers and engagements and mentions, which are all pretty standard. But it also gives us the share of voice in the market. So who's retweeting us? Who's sharing our video content? We can see what our share of the voice in the marketplace is by these metrics. And importantly, because we are such a regulated industry, complaint handling. Social media is a fantastic way to handle your complaints. It is a forum where people don't expect you to help them out, and when we do, we tend to be able to change that experience into a positive one very easily. So we calculate the percentage of the complaints that we can handle on channel, and you might be surprised, but we handle 96% of the complaints on that, they're dealt with on that channel. So if we get a complaint via Twitter, we more than likely will handle it on Twitter without having to go through, I guess, what the more traditional channels have to go through with escalation procedures and that. We're more equipped to handle these things in a timely manner. So I guess that leads on to the opportunity of social media for us to reach out to our dissatisfied customers. And I know you all might be surprised, we do have a few. So I guess Twitter's a great example. We proactively search for sentiments of dissatisfaction. So we troll the Twitter sphere for comments about any one of our brands or for customers that have had a negative experience. And Mark here is just one example. He says, "You, Lloyds TSB business banking are complete beep idiots. 2 months and still no pay." Now, our Twitter engagement team found this tweet and we contacted Mark and we said, "Hi, I'm GJ from LTSB. I'm really sorry to read your tweet. Is there anything we can do to help?" Very simple for us, easy to do, it's very cost effective, and yet we completely turned Mark around. So he came out of this saying, "Speedy response from @AskLloydsTSB today, good corporate social media engagement dealing with abusive customer." Now, Mark had 258 followers, so that was an easy win for us. So social media is really an opportunity to reach out to your dissatisfied customers. So I guess just in summary, our customers spend significant time online and in these social media spaces every day. We can't deny that, and we need to harness that power in developing our roadmap moving forward. Social media gives us an opportunity beyond traditional channels to maintain customer relationships. So I think being in spaces where they don't expect their bank to be has really benefited us. Consumers expect a brand experience that social media enables. They want socialised content, we know this, so it's how can we adapt and move forward with that. And social media is a recognised stop on the purchase pathway. And I think this is where we'll see in the coming months and years our focus switch towards. So thank you very much.